YouTube! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Master Duel Master Chef Crash Out. This week we were tasked with building a deck utilizing colors. Things were going to get really colorful for us this week. I don't even remember what I played. It was the Pendulum deck that searches RGB illumination to take advantage of Furin Kazan. That's it. It's pretty simple. It was a nice open-ended prompt. I didn't really have too much way in creativity. I kind of just sort of came up with this idea, honed in on it, and I think I managed to make it somewhat functional. So it wasn't the most exciting episode. I feel like you'll notice this episode had a lot less yelling. All right. I don't know who could win this. Let me think. What did the other guys even play? Me and Gage kind of sort of played the similar idea. We focused on RGB illumination. We actually me and Gage basically arrived at the same conclusion. But he was like just trying to draw it with the clear world cards. The problem is those clear world cards are just terrible. Like they're just not good enough. Doug, I don't even know. Did Doug even show up? What the fuck was going on with Doug? Like Doug just played a royal deck for I don't know. MBT could maybe have a chance. His deck was actually kind of interesting, but I don't really know what the color aspect was. Like the monsters were different colors and pieces. Every monster in Yu-Gi-Oh has like a color. Like you could just cycle through any monster. I don't know if there was like a color-centric specific thing that he had going, you know? Like Yojamas, I guess. Yeah, like they are specific colors. That's a good point. And then using the Yojamas to make the machines. So maybe MBT wins this one.
Hello, chefs. First, thank you for doing my prompt and taking it not as literally as I worried that you guys were going to. I hope you guys all had great games. All of them seemed really fun, except for one of them. But we're
Which one? Which one wasn't fun? Yo, name that. Name and shame.
gonna get into that. Fourth place, we have Doug. Disappointed in the Royal Era Duck. Also, you.
Really? He came last? The guy who didn't participate was last? At least it wasn't me. Yo, let's fucking go. No. Yeah, we're not lost.
Using seven colored fish. Really? Took the prompt a little too literal. We're gonna be in
Operation Make Farfa mad. Yeah, no, this one made me mad, actually. So, here's the thing. The prompt is colors. And if the only creative, imaginative thing you can come up with is, oh, Mech Knights are literally the colors of the rainbows, it's like, what does your deck look like? It's just going to be Mech Knight. Like, constructed Mech. This isn't, because Doug decided to make a Mech Knight deck worse, but that's besides the point. But like, oh, colors. I'm going to show up with Mech Knight. Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty obvious, right? There's no, like, creativity really going there. There's nothing, like, super interesting. Same with the, like, 7 colored fish and the rainbow Karibo. It's like, yeah, what's the best way to describe it? Low-hanging fruit, I think, is probably the correct word I'm looking for. When you have a prompt in MasterChef, and you could probably, like, come up with 50% of people will arrive at the same conclusion, because some of the prompts just have a low-hanging fruit option. I think if you go for the low-hanging fruit option, it's not interesting and it's not cool. Yeah, anyone can come up with Weather Painter, right? But it's like, not really interesting? Like, cool. Let's build a Weather Painter deck. Awesome. Sandwich, however.
last place, and are we even allowed to play 2 different decks? In third place, we have Gage. I liked the heroes. I liked the...
Oh, what? Gage? Gage's deck was fine. It was just, like, not powerful. Right? Like, it just wasn't powerful enough. Like, these cards are just terrible.
And the really, really funny unexpected die target definitely was unexpected. A little negative points for using Clear World because the card doesn't have colors on it. It is clear. Yes, it uses colors.
Oh, come on. What? The attributes are supposed to be colors.
It's clear, you know? We have Joseph. The Mech Knights.
Wait, I'm first?
We're a little too...
Wait, we just...
Clear.
What is this editing?
It uses colors. It's clear, you know? We have Joseph. The Mech Knights were...
Wait, what just happened? There's like a sentence missing here.
On it is clear. Yes, it uses colors, but it's clear, you know? We have Joseph. The Mech Knights
What? It's just disappeared. Like, she said a slur.
were a little too literal, but you made up points with using the funny men Yojama. Plus, you were
See, this is the thing. It's so literal. It's kind of low-hanging fruit, but it is cool. Like, there is some, like, he did some cool things, you know? Like, the different cannons, the different machines. It was actually an interesting deck. At this point, I'm used to MBT basically taking the prompt, using the most lowest hanging fruit possible, utilizing as much, like, competitive constructed viability in accordance with it, and then playing it as, like, a deck. That's pretty much every Joseph Cook. But sometimes you get gems like this, so it's like fine.
shazzing it up, having the Arm Dragon level 10 white, and then all the XYZ stuff. You get second place. In first place, we have Farfa. I really like the idea of using pendulum mages, searching out the traps that you need to then blow up everything.
I'm not gonna, like, complain from winning, but, like, the decks that I come up with that I feel are, like, the most least interesting that I've made end up winning. And I don't know if that's because, like, everyone else's deck is bad, but every time I win, it's always been with, like, a deck that I just don't think is that interesting. I won with the Inzectors, I won with this, like, it just didn't feel like that good, but it is really because the other guys just played shitty decks. Like, I guess it's just that's a... Doug didn't participate. Gage's deck was using cards that probably wouldn't beat a GOAT deck. And MBT, I don't know. I thought he would win, to be honest. I thought it was more interesting than mine, maybe. Was it? I don't know. My combo's pretty cool, to be fair. He doesn't have a combo, okay? Not trying to be the prompt guy or anything right now. But I have a combo. I had a combo, you see? I actually did a thing. My deck was designed to search the trap. You see? Prompt guy. At it again. Nobody conceded before playing the combo. But you know what's annoying? Both of my games, I just drew the trap card. So I didn't actually get to show the combo. I mean, I showed it off anyway. But I never actually got to, like, fully perform it because I just hard drew the one off twice when the whole point was, like, I was going to search it. But it is what it is.
The idea of using...
Everyone was polite and considerate. This episode sucked. Honestly, this was, like, one of the least enjoyable episodes for me. Because it was just, like... It was just very low energy. It was, like... no one really had a problem with each other's decks. It was kind of funny, like, when Doug just didn't try. But then other than that, it was just, like... Yeah, it was fine. Nothing too wild about it. You also like losing. Look. Listen. It's not. I'm not saying that I've gotten fourth place so much that I miss it. It's not that I'm so accustomed to losing that I kind of just I sort of embrace and relish it anymore. That when I get first, it doesn't feel deserved in some way. Perhaps. I don't know. This series just needs Farfa to be last every episode to be good.
mages, searching out the traps that you needed to then blow up everything. You really thought out of the box, and your games were probably the most fun. First place. Thank you, chefs. For
Is that a sweep? Whoa! I won both games, didn't I?
Were probably the most fun. First place.
I won both games, and I got the full judge thing, man. You know what it is? I don't know if you've noticed. When I win, it's always like by and far the best deck somehow, right? It wins all the games and it gets the full sweep. I feel like that's what typically happens. So I don't know how we need to change things up. I guess I need to approach every Mastodon episode with not enjoying the prompt or caring. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what the formula is.
Thank you, chefs, for having me on.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to debate the judge. See, this segment normally comes from whenever I get last, I'll debate a judge and force them to explain why I didn't get first. But the problem is I won this week, so I don't know what we're going to discuss. We'll see how it goes. Ding dong. Ding dong. Hello, judge. Bad judge, Farfa loses. Hello?
Hello? I don't know why Discord didn't ring.
Oh, I don't know why it does that sometimes, but hi, thanks for joining me.
Hi, I am super dead from fucking off-Kai convention, so my voice is destroyed, but hello.
How do
Farfa, hello.
VTubers go to a convention? Do you hire someone to take an iPad into the convention and like you're just on Discord
Uh,
with them or?
so some people do that, but no, actually
Wait,
me and
what?
like
I just off the
50 of
dome
my
made that up. That's a thing?
no, I'll send you like pictures and shit. Actually wait, I'll just send you a picture right now. I can just fucking prove it to you.
That's real dedication to the bit.
I met Zen Shreya on an iPad while I was there in person.
Wow, okay.
Not a bit.
So who carries Zentreya? Is it like a mod or something?
It's either like a mod or it's like there's this company called like VTuber Research Club that
Shut
like
up. There's a
does it.
service for this? There's like a Uber
Yes,
VTuber
yes,
service?
yes. No, that's actually no, this is actually a real thing.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's get down to business. You made a prompt that made me win. Explain yourself. How could you do this to me?
Do you not want to win? I don't what?
Well,
Wait a minute.
I haven't thought this conversation through because normally I get the judge on and I try and debate them as to why I deserve to win. The problem is I won this week, which happens once every 10 weeks or so, but we did win.
You did the prompt correctly. You won both your games. Your games were the most entertaining. Fucking Doug's games made me almost fall asleep at my computer. Like,
Uh,
sorry. You could also probably hear my roommate fucking roasting Doug in the background.
well, fair enough. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you. I didn't feel like I was gonna do anything that crazy, but sure. What's your Yu-Gi-Oh experience?
Well,
Do you play a lot, or like what's the VTuber Yu-Gi-Oh scene like? I don't know.
um, I that's not true. I've been playing. I picked up Yu-Gi-Oh in 2022. It's actually like, my 3 years was last month, and I've actually bubbled 4 different YCSs at like 33rd to 35th.
What the fuck? That's
And I
insane.
have a bunch of regional tops. I have a bunch of regional tops. So
Holy.
like outside of VTuber me. And I've climbed Master Duel. I just don't have the time to actually play it because I'm busy doing everything else.
Yeah, what'd you bubble with?
Ubel mostly, some
Oh.
Ubel, some branded. Don't. No, this was before. It was adventure branded. It was cool. It was cool.
Oh, that's like the OG
Kashira.
branded. Jesus.
Yeah. No, actually, my first ever regional, I picked up the game. Took Joseph's adventure branded 50 card list and got like 13th at the regional.
God, that pains me that you net decked Joseph and did well with it. That like,
Yeah. Well,
am
hey,
I?
Joseph is a great friend now. Joseph is a great friend now. So whatever. I'm also I play a lot of Alestrals. I'm on Joseph's 20 spirit testing all the time. So there's that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Night Rose,
So
thank you for joining us. I'll put a link to your channel in the description. Thanks for first place. I don't really have much to tell you. I guess normally I'd cuss you out or something, but
you can do you want
checks
to
in the
cuss
mail.
me out? You can still cuss me out if you want. Oh my
Whoa,
god.
whoa, whoa. All right. Thanks for your time. Take care.
Bye. Have a good day.
Oops. Oh, that was all. I was waiting for the buy and then I hung up, but then they like started speaking it, so I hung up middle of sent. Oh no, I feel like an asshole. Oh shit. All right, let's just move on. Let's read the comments. All right. Sorry. Everyone was so focused on Farfa's crash out that no one was ready for Doug's slow crawl towards insanity. The sandwich summon is genuinely the funniest thing in this series. This is why Doug is limited. I forgot he did that. I forgot Doug summoned sandwich. Why did he do that? I don't know why he fucking did that, dude. Oh god. I don't understand it. They're all glazing Doug. It's my bet. Like, oh my god. Great job with the colors, guys. Maybe next week we can do shapes. The square goes in the square hole. Oh god. Honestly, I love that Doug just flips a coin whether he wants to take it mildly seriously or just not give a fuck. That bullshit alarm bit was so funny, I'm crying. Farfa does Farfa things. Wait, what was the bullshit alarm? Oh, I don't know. Did I lie? This is just not... Wait, did I lie? This series brings out Dyer's inner... Okay. As Farfa put it, you just played a constructed pendulum slop deck with RBG cards slotted in. Dude! Oh my god, I know what this argument is. It's in the middle of the series, or the duels. They ask me, Farfa, be honest, this deck that you brought would be a deck that you would complain about. Right? Like, oh, it's just pendulum slot with the RGB card. There's a difference. They bring, the most egregious example of this is Joseph's Arrow Mage list, right? It's when a deck, by its own natural win condition, follows the prompt. So it becomes a low-hanging fruit, basic, like, net deck, essentially. The basic combo of Pendulum isn't to search Pharaonic Advent and search the trap card consistently. Do you understand? That's the difference. That's why mine's was different. You 1000% would complain. I'm not going to argue with people telling me that I would hypothetically do something. It's not the same thing. It's different because technically following the prompt isn't the same as building an entire deck around the prompt. Okay? I've done this many times before. Like, for example, Tearlament. Where the whole Tearlament deck was designed to mill your entire graveyard, bring back the Element Saber? Earthbound. And then attack for game with it, okay? It's true until Farfa sees that there's an actual combo. But if there's an actual combo, then it's interesting. But if it's just like Arrow Mages that technically do the prompt because it loses life and gains life with a card you always play in Arrow Mage, which is the Sunvine Sowing, then it's not interesting. I'm sorry. I feel like everything I'm saying is completely logical here.
And meets the prompt. This is a
Spellcaster.
I will say this, like, I think your deck's cool, Nadir. I want to preface this with that. I think your deck is cool and meets the prompt. This is exactly the type of deck you would bitch about, though. Can we just acknowledge that?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
No, I wouldn't bitch about a deck that actually thinks outside the box. Like, no, this is I would listen, if you show up with my deck and see, it's funny to cut me off and not let me explain. It's funny and epic to just interrupt me and not actually explain my point. The whole prompt and bit is, look, pendulum, lots of colors. That would be lame as fuck. I'm actually doing a combo that does a color-related thing that isn't just, oh, look, it's seven-colored fish.
You were on the opposite end of this. The second...
Tell me, why am I wrong? Why am I wrong? Explain why I'm wrong. Yeah, it's just like a typical pendulum build, but it utilizes a combo and is completely designed around doing a specific thing related to the prompt. That's different to technically following the prompt with a card that already naturally is played in the deck, like the Arrow Mage Sunvine Sowing example, right? Lose life, gain life, see? But like, sure, it technically follows the prompt. It's not entertaining, it's not interesting, doesn't do anything unique. That's the problem. It's not unique, it doesn't do anything unique. So I don't know. If I'm wrong, explain why I'm wrong. I'd love to know an understanding, an explanation as to why what I've said here is wrong and why it's bullshit alarm alert. You're wrong because you didn't do the seven-colored fish combo. It's literally not true. Farfa always complains when they're just playing constructed. If they pivot to some funny combo, he goes, oh, sorry, that's funny. Go ahead. See? Fact checked. You're wrong because you didn't... Oh, I read that. Farfa's correct, but most of the time you jump on someone way too early. Okay, listen. Think of it this way. You guys know the story of the boy who cried wolf? If every fucking week someone very specific shows up doing a standard combo related to the low-hanging fruit prompt of the deck, and then eventually it just turns into they're just playing that deck, you get accustomed to and you get used to that person just playing a technical extrapolation of the prompt. So yes, I do jump on people early because I'm used to them just playing like the most vanilla, boring-ass decks. What was it last week or was it the week before? Joseph played the during the what was it called? The GCD prompt where you had to go back and fix it. What did he do? How did he make the Blue Eyes Pendulum deck better? He threw in a what's that deck called? Melodious Engine. Did you watch the duel? Did you guys watch the game 3 of that duel? It was a diamond rank game. It was Blue Eyes versus Mimigo. There was no combo. There was no... I mean, there was. It was technically technically following the prompt. See, that's boring. That's the shit I get triggered by. I just feel like I'm being reasonable about this, man. Anyway. Where were we down to? DZ's monologue about Farfa deck building hard cutting to Farfa reading out the most bottom of the barrel legacy pack card in history is Cinema Gold. Wait, what? Which one is this? Thank you for including the 10-second segment of Joseph playing Holy Fuck I'm Coming lowest to the Gaster theme without saying a word. I don't watch these videos back because these are the bits that I'm not ready for, apparently. This is like very normal and civil for a MasterChef episode. Is this a sign of recession? Notice how the moment Farfa actually tries following the prompt one-to-one, I always follow the prompt one-to-one. What are you talking about? Name an episode where I didn't follow the prompt one-to-one. Don't say sandwich. That was an exception. Tell me which other one. Don't say sandwich. Any other episode. Which episode? Which episode? The kaiju one? Okay, listen. The kaiju one. Come on, dude. It was early days. It was like episode 3. And on top of that, some could interpret the tributing of your opponent's monsters is in theme with kaijus. All right, cool. Well done. You've got 2 out of 20 episodes. What is that? Like a 5% fail rate? What other one? The John Cena episode? What even was the prompt? Oh, it was John Cena. What did I even play? Oh, the 10-minute testing. Okay, fine. That was garbage. You all agree that was a shit episode. Half of the competitors didn't follow the prompt. The Die episode? Oh, the Die episode was 5-head. What are you talking about? No, I'll stand by that. No, the Die episode was good. No. The Die episode was absolutely good. Yeah, technically didn't follow the prompt by playing the cards, but I followed the prompt in a different way so as to not lose to the lose condition that was introduced by the judge. That's not on me. All right? No. Sorry, that's not a good one. It wasn't even a technicality. It was a technicality. I didn't follow the prompt in the technical sense that I didn't play the die cards. But the problem is when you play an entertaining for fun series, if you take things too literally, it's not enjoyable. Like Arrow Mage, Constructed. In the heal episode, you healed 0 times. And why is that? And why is that? And why didn't I get to heal? Did something happen? What was it that made me not able to heal? Gaga! Yeah, you know the answer! You know the answer, and yet you still call me out. I'm shaking you. This is me strangling you. Arrgh. Alright. Notice how the moment Farfa tries following the prompt one-to-one, the specific card he plans to do, another convoluted combo to search for, just starts up in his hand twice. Yeah, I know, it's really annoying, actually. It's as if the universe is rewarding him for listening. This is finally Farfa's character development. No, but you do understand that, like, me getting the card that I'm trying to search in my combo is bad, because I don't actually get to showcase the combo. Right? Like, that, it's not good that I want that it comes to my hand. Clear prompt from the start. No crash outs. Judge knows how to judge. I didn't know a good MasterChef episode was possible. You could call this episode Farfa's best day ever, and it actually is that, and somehow he's gonna still have a crash. Just shut the fuck up. This would have been a perfect prompt to play Sophia. She requires multiple different colored cards to summon. Ritual, Elixir, Fusion, and Synchro. I think it's a stretch to call card types colors. Can't wait to watch Farfa ignore the prompt and wonder why everyone's getting mad at him. Edit, never mind. Fair play, he listens. What the? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, get fucked. Help us keep comments respect. If you're not sure whether your comment is appropriate, review our community guidelines. Oh, fine. Dang, Farfa is really locking in for this sandwich back. How many wins do I need to get my sandwich back? Like 3? It was a classic Farfa victory. The most entertaining method to complete the prompt is to finish with a Rube Goldberg style combo that ends with a unique response. 2? Sorry, I have to win 3 episodes? That is such an arbitrary fucking, like, restriction that GCD has given me. So what happens when I win? Do I just play Sandwich Turbo on the following week that I unlock it, irrespective of prompt? Or maybe I try come up with a combo featuring the prompt that also makes Sandwich. I can't wait. We gotta win 3 more. I love Doug's new meta of saying Dyer won't put this in to get something in. Doug bashing Farfa for the entire first game and him just being completely oblivious to it was so funny. The other wonkers. How could we make this as wacky as fun as possible? Gage, Protoss. Never change. This is what we're here for. You can't drop the Peter Griffin Coming Gasters theme on me. With this series being inspired by those cooking show competitions, it's only a matter of time we get a prompt that requires them to pair up and showcase not only how they can cook, but not only how they can cook, but how they can navigate the kitchen together. That sounds terrible. I'm surprised with the prompt of colors, no one brought Crystal, Beast, Charmers, or the OG Gem Knights. Yeah, because it's not interesting and it's low-hanging fruit. Oh my god. Tell me what that episode would look like. 172 upvotes, by the way. This is like how you know that the people who watch this show are actually just kids. Like, what do you mean? No one brought Crystal Beast to the color prompt? Yeah, okay. So let's think about how that episode would unfold. Someone just puts together a fully constructed Crystal Beast deck, and maybe someone's a Rainbow Dragon, and that's the episode. Like, so creative, so unique, so interesting, never been seen before. If you type Crystal Beast into YouTube, you won't get 500 videos showing you the exact same lines and combos that people have already come to see before. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm taking it too, like, I'm trying to be too clever about this, but it's just, that's just not interesting. Bringing Charmers. Okay, cool. What would that look like? It would just be a Charmer deck. Well done. Congratulations. That's a fucking solo mode. Great job. Where's the cool factor? Where's the uniqueness? Farfa and MBT raging make for great content, but Doug is far and away the most genuinely funny guy on the show. Doug, like, is really funny because he's like accidentally funny. Like, he'll just say something just unprompted and it would just be like the craziest like one-liner. You'd be like, how did that even cross your mind? It's crazy. Farfa saying that it's more like a talent show is basically offering himself up to get roasted. Shame the others didn't take the chance. Wow. Theoretical roasts. You got me there. Can't wait for Farfa to mold the whole episode. Edit. Oh my god, this is the least salty of the episodes. Yeah, well. People are mad that I didn't get mad. Amazing where we live and where we've come to. Full circle. People are upset and mad that I'm not mad. Literally the absolute absence of color. Clear world. Literally every single color imaginable. Dark world. Hey, the boss monster is called Chlorless, okay? Also, come on. I feel like this was a harsh way to judge this. Clear world? The idea was that the attributes of clear world were the colors. Right? Come on. Are you with me? Am I making sense here? I feel like that was kind of the whole idea with his deck. You know? Clear world was cool. Clear world has the colors. It's a stretch. I mean, maybe. But so's my deck technically is also attribute based. And I won. So if you're going to say that the attributes can't be colors, then why did I win? Because my deck was entirely based on attributes being colors. You know? 3 judge points. Here to free sandwich. Me win 4th fa. Me win 0th fa. No meme, I'm glad to see you be mostly calm for one episode. Crash, I should have won the sandwich episode. Farfa every week, get a new struggle. Farfa asking other traps that work with Fu and Kazan, but ignoring this absolute unit. Attacking 5 or 6 times seems a better endboard than 5 dragon. I assume with how much your deck vomits monsters Link climb into, couple Cyberse would be a breeze. What does this guy do? Send a Cyberse, gains the attribute of the monster sent to the grave. Oh, I mean, I guess I could have made this. I'd have to link away some random bodies to make Cyberse monsters. I'd have to make... Is there any generic Cyberse link monsters? Like, generic materials that make a Cyberse. There probably is. I'm sure there is. So, yeah, maybe we could have made that. In negates? Well, I wouldn't use it for the negate. But I guess technically that would be wrong. Farfa, the other quartet member drafted for war. If Chef has to get cancelled because the other 3 get sent to fight in Iran, then listen, look, we'll figure out the prompts ourselves. They write themselves at that stage. This bullet casing is the property of homosexual Chaz Princeton. Okay. Me waiting for the crash out, there is no crash out. It's funny because you guys still technically got a crash out today. Royal Flush, beat that. Exodia again, you cheating bastard. Heart of the cards, partner. All right, we've entered civilian territory. Rest of the wonky quartet. Farfa, he will lose another 5 weeks before his next one. What does this have to do with Star Wars? First fa. Where are the Am I the Asshole videos? MasterChef tastes so good when you ain't got a prompt guy in your ear telling you it's nasty. MBT pasty as fuck. Well, if it isn't my old friends, token diversity and gender stereotype. Farfa. Also Farfa. He's cute like that. I don't know if I really exude gender energy. I don't know. Dug this episode. Black isn't a color. Why don't you say that to your African American viewer? That was a crazy line. That was an insane line. I don't know how that stayed in the video. All right, Joseph's racist. Confirmed. Let's cancel him. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching the crash out. It's not a crash out. Thank you for being here for my victory. 2 more. We get sandwich. Bye-bye.